Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is doing just fantastically wonderful. And today I want to just show you a couple things. I actually had a message from one of my subscribers, and she says, "I do like your your fabric videos, your quilting videos, your slow stitching." She goes, "I like them, but I'm missing your paper crafting videos and your other kind of videos." And she said, "Are you going to be doing any more of those?" And I said to myself, well, I told her to, even in the message, I was just thinking about that. I have been thinking about that recently, that I really need to do more videos of my paper crafting, because I haven't quit paper crafting. I enjoy paper crafting so much. And I have got two sewing journals I've been working on. I've been working on this one, and I've been working on these for quite some time. This one's wrapped with a journal wrap, and the cover is made with a pattern, a pattern envelope. Okay, well, I did do a video on just these, the inside of these, of the covers, is where I had covered the whole thing with embroidery floss wrappers. I covered that whole inside. But my pages here are made with, my pages are made with actual fabric patterns sewed together to make them of a heavier paper, And so I have this, started. I've got quite a few pages in here, but it's been kind of sitting there and neglected. I've got some lace on the pages and such as that. There I sewed. Do I got a pocket there? Yes, I have a pocket. And a little pocket there using a Simplicity pattern flap. So that pocket is actually on the two sides there. And so I have these going. And then I have this one that I found, the complete sewing book, which is ring bound. I love using the ring bound books. If you can find them, you can find them at your thrift shops and stuff. And this one here was made in, I think, the 70s. I think I had the date. 1971, yes. So when you see these images on the inside of the front cover, these are dresses, the Empire waist dresses that we wore, or this here, like a tubular dress and with a low-hanging belt, box pleated skirts, culottes, and these kind of things. And so that's kind of fun because yeah, I was young at that time, and that's kind of stuff I wore too. And so, and then I have put in some pages. Here's some pages that's got little dresses on it. And again, pages that are made with the paper, from the tissue that is for the patterns. Here is a seam tape packaging that, and then I put in a tag, but I use the packaging as a pocket, which is really neat because it has the little windows in there, and that is fun. Gators, Florida Gators, yeah, go Gators. And yep, I'm in Florida, and there is a piece of a facing that goes on a blouse or something. Another this one, I don't think I made this one. I think this one was sent to me. I don't remember making this. This one was sent to me. Oh, yeah, let's see. Maryse, Mary's Prescott. She made that, and she sent that to me. Thank you for writing your name on there, Maryse. And then another page that's got a little bit of a Simplicity pattern. And again, there I've got a die cut of a sewing machine. I haven't looked through this for a while. This is kind of neat. Okay, now this is kind of stuck. Oh, that is pretty too. Did she make that one too? Yep, she made that one too. And there's a blank journaling card ready to either write on or embellish. Oh, I have this here. I love this. I love this die that I have. It makes the cutest things. And then I have some tags here. Oh, this come off of hair ties. And just a small little pocket for that to sit in. And again, the background page is little girls' dresses. And then here I have, it's a die, an edge die with scissors, a spool, and some bobbins and buttons. And that just enough of a pocket to hold. Do I have that? Okay, that's just a piece I have. I thought I might have it folded in half, but I don't. And another rickrack. And see, I got these yesterday in a Happy Mail from Judy. And I thought, my gosh, what awesome tags these would make, even with the thread still on them. And so there, I'm putting that in there. And then here's another sewing book, Quilting Designs, which makes a beautiful page. And then there's a tag with a dress form on it. That's pretty. And here I put the that same paper with the little dresses on it and put a little bit of purple blingy washi tape on there. And again, this page is made with fabric pieces sewn together. This is a very vintage. Here was $1 originally for this pattern, and now these patterns sell for like close to 20. So that's, and that one is the plastic on it, laminated. And so then here we go with, wow, these are neat. And there's a page I made with these die cuts. Oh gosh, I gotta get going on this again. This is beautiful. Did I do this? This is beautiful. Look at this. And see, these were originally in the book, these dividers. Oh, and this here is little dolls. And I think this page come out of a, this page came out of a 1895, I think a Sears and Roebuck catalog. See, some of them I don't remember because it's been a while. Everything is like sewing. It has to do with sewing or patterns. And it's all in here. Oh, there's another one that's laminated. Here's another seam binding pocket. Look at there, I can put that in there. Now there's a tag, and there's a page that's got some oriental writing on it, but I don't know if it has anything to do with sewing, but maybe it does. I don't know. I like back black pages because when you put anything with a black background, it really stands out nicely. I am just impressed with this. I didn't realize I had so much. And there's another. See how well that looks with the black behind it. That is so pretty. And the scissors, the spool, the buttons, and the bobbin. That makes for a nice little pocket. And then here's another page that come out of, oh, I made a pocket out of that one too. So we'll put this one in there because I had 3 of them that needed 3 of these that are rare. I say they're rare because I've never seen them before. And here is that another one of those pages with the little dresses that I colored one of them in. Oh, and there I made a pocket with the little sewing machine. Gosh, I gotta work on this. I really do. This is really nice. And then, like, look, I have this little piece of fabric that I've used for an ender, ender and leader and an ender, you know. It's got all these, but I've got some that I've used up. Look at all the fabric that's on that. I mean, all the stitching that's on that. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm just going to, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I'm going to staple that on there. I'm going to just staple it on there. And there it is. It's on that page now. Because that's, I've been using that for a leader or an ender for so long. It's got, and then here's another one. I've been using it for so long that it's, you know, it's just completely covered with threads. Oh, and there's some more of them. Finely dressed bisque dolls. How pretty is that? Put that in there. You know, this I could put, now this one here, I can use it. This one is, okay, this one needs to be in here too. I'm just going to put this right on the top. So that needs to go in this book too. So, oh, what amazing things you can do. See, now this has got me into, I love my stitching note. Oh, my slow stitching is just my love lately. I'm just so happy doing that. And look at this paper. It's got some scissors and threads. So I have a lot already started in here. And here I just punched some holes above the top there and then just wove some ribbon in there. Just punch some holes and then do the ribbon weaving in there. And let's see, I just love these images and the dividers because they are so 70s. And they just send me right back to my younger days because I was younger once. And then here's some shorter pages. And look at that sewing box. I just got a sewing box. I've never had a sewing box. I just bought myself one. I just, you know, Uncle Sam kind of gave us that little stimulus. So, man, I stimulated my stuff. And, but I just bought a sewing box. And it is nice to know that anything I look for, as far as tools, like my scissors and things, are in that toolbox. Okay. And this is beautiful. Okay, maybe here. Oh no, I got that paper in there. It's got to do something. So, but these are all dividers still. Oh, look at that. Stitch. Look at that picture. Isn't it beautiful? It's like she's got her mama's slip on. She's pretending. And so, oh, and then this here edging is a piece of a zipper, a half of a zipper. So that edging is a zipper. So that's definitely fabric sewing oriented. Basic sewing machine in the 70s. And here we have, okay, this, I covered that with paper and I must have planned to sew that. My plan must be to sew that. That must be my plan. And then there I've got a pocket ready to rumble right there. And oh my gosh, these here images of shapes of fashion, a guide to the shapes of fashion. Poncho, a cape, a monk's cape, Chanel, peplum, gathered culottes, A-line culottes, a jumpsuit, straight leg, flared leg, and bell bottoms, flounced knickers and gauchos, short shorts, walking shorts, and Bermuda shorts. Oh, how fun is this? Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go through this. Well, you know what I'm going to do first? My sewing machine turned on? Yeah. Let me go over here real quickly, and I'm going to move you over here and move you over here, and I'm just going to quick move you over here. I'm going to stitch around this page because I'm sure that's what I meant to do. Wait a minute, I'm going to do a zigzag. Oh, wait a minute, I want to do it a little bit wider. I haven't had this, wait a minute, stop. I want you to go a little longer. This sewing machine a real long time, so I'm still learning. I'm still learning all the tricks of the trade with this sewing machine. I love, love, love it. It's a Brother sewing machine. I named her Freya. So what this is there's a page that I wrapped the page in the tissue. So there's a page that has to do with sewing. It might have been out of this book originally, or it might have been out of another sewing sort of book, or maybe a magazine or something. And then I just wrapped it. Oops, I gotta get that turned under. I just wrapped it with this tissue from a sewing pattern. And now I'm giving it a little stitching around. Okay. Get my ender. I use my enders because otherwise I am terrible for my threads to come on, my thread in the machine to come unthreaded or something, so I always use an ender. Don't always use a leader, but I always use an ender. Okay, so yeah, you can see through the through a little bit. You can see through the paper, through this tissue. You can see that there is things to do with sewing in there. So that's going to end up being a page. But I have a guide here somewhere. Oh, I just need to take the, take one of these, like this, and mark the spots where I need to have a little punch. And I did have a punch right here too at one time. I don't know if I still do have it. Oh yeah, there it is. So the only thing with this hole punch, I can't really tell right where the hole should go. Let me check. Where did I put my dots? Oh, there. Okay. Maybe I can just go in here. Okay, let's see. That went sort of close. Well, I can't see through with this hole punch. Ow! Now, that wasn't good. Do not punch your fingers, Elizabeth. Okay, so that's sort of, let me see how well that goes on there. I might have to do another punch. Oh yeah, that's close enough. Okay, so that I may change. One thing good about a binder like this with the 3 rings is you can change and decide if I want to put this page somewhere else. I can do that. Okay, another thing I want to do is, now I will be putting a lot of stitching on here, but it doesn't all have to be stitched. Let's see what. Okay, like okay, that page already has an edge with that zipper, and this one, oh, here in this one I had put packaging from an old needle package. So let me see here. How about, you know what I think I'm going to do here is take a piece. Oh, look at this. This is where this stuff will be so good. I love, love, love the I love the salvage edges, and that is becoming very popular for people to use, is their fabric, their salvage edging. Now, I'm going to glue this in, but I'm going to use my Fabrifix glue that is right, oh, here it is. Now, if you have Fabrifix glue and it darn stuff don't want to come out, the way I use my Fabrifix glue because it gets clogged up. It gets clogged up for me. So I just open the top up here, and I'm just going to put glue. I use my skewer. I poke that down in that glue, and then I just put that glue all down the page where I'm going to put that edging. Poke myself in the belly. Okay, put my stick right up there, and I'm going to just put this right there on that edge. And there I have that little piece right on that edge, but then my page still opens up, but it's got that edging on there, and I just think that is so awesome looking, and I have a lot of that edging like that. Now here I have that rickrack packaging, so I wonder if I want to take a piece of rickrack. I wonder if I want to just take a piece. Doesn't matter what color. I wonder if I want to just put a piece right up there on this page. And I think that I do. So I will just, again, use my Fabrifix glue and just put me a little bit right on down in a little straight line. Because my glue, it's just clogged up. I don't know how come. If anybody else has that trouble, maybe not. Maybe it's only me. But I'm going to let that be right on there. And then that will hold that right on to that page. And see, that already put a little bit of more brightness on there. And then this, yep, there we go. See, now this is what I need to do. I need to just, every once in a while, just pick up this book, and especially now that I'm doing this stitching like this, a lot of stitching, it is the perfect time to do, look at there, I got a little bit too much glue there. So what if I just, because I got too much glue, what if I just put this little piece of fabric on there like this? Yeah, I will. That's what I'll do. Let's just put that right on there. And then what if I take this little piece, wherever it come from, I don't know, and we're going to put that right on here too. So you don't, like, everything that you put in your book doesn't need a whole lot of thought. Now see, that was just some scraps I had laying up there. And then look what happened to that page. I think that's wonderful. Now this, oh, this I made in like a flip out. I made that with some paper, and I made that's a flip out. So other things can go on there too. Other things that can be done with sewing. And you know what I have? I have, this is a piece that was sent to me in some Happy Mail, but look at the wear on that quilt. Look, is that beautiful or what? And so it is beautiful. So I'm thinking that this, now this might be a little bit big for a pocket, so I might have to make that a little bit smaller. But let's see where I can put that. And this, I don't know which, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, okay, I want to, you know, when if you put up, if I put a pocket, I want this to show too. I want this to show, but then I don't want to hide just this. So what if I want to cut this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here like this. Now, why don't I have my new, oh, I got my new scissors right there. Oh yeah, because these don't cut. Them don't want to cut. Those are made for cutting paper. Okay, so I want to put this here. So I'm going to have, and I'm going to glue that in too. I'm doing some gluing this time. So I'm using my Fabrifix glue today to put that in. And even if you work on your journal, just, you know, for a few minutes, just a few minutes, every once in a while. No. And if you're into doing a lot of stitching lately, if you are into the slow stitching mode too, well then you have things around. Like here now, here I have a whole bunch more of those that I used in the other journal. I have a whole bunch more of these that I may be using as well. So now if I have that there, and then I love this so much. What if I put that? Okay. See, so that's going to be a little tuck right there. But then I can go here, and this time be able to show this really worn. I just love this. This is so worn. It's been washed and loved for years and years. Let's see if I can turn that around a little bit because my arm doesn't bend in the right direction to do this. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here, and then a little bit down here. There we go. Yeah, I have to make my glue bottle work for me. And there, now, that is beautiful. So I need a little bit more up here at the top. I hear my birds out there. Mama must be feeding the babies. There we go. Now look at that. I love that. I won't put anything in that pocket yet because I want to make sure that glue is good and dry. But I love that. And I may take a needle and thread after a while. Maybe I'll put a French knot at the corners of each one of these pockets. At each one of the corners here of this pocket. Maybe all three. And then, or maybe even sew a button. Maybe even stitch a button on there. I think that would be pretty. And, and then here I can just staple this piece to just be a little tab. And then that's nice. This is amazing. I'm glad I opened this up, and I'm glad, Lise, thank you for putting the bee in my bonnet. Look at this. This is a piece I just cut off of something I was sewing this morning, putting some scraps together that I got yesterday from Judy, and I was sewing them together, but then I was cutting some edges off, and here's one of the edges. Maybe I want that edge to not throw away. And I was watching one girl this morning, and she was doing some crumb quilting, and she goes, and so this piece, you'll just throw that piece away, because that's too little. And I thought, oh, do not throw that away. Boy, it's rough when you're a hoarder and you try to watch somebody that's a little bit organized. And she goes, would you just throw this piece away? So, not throw that away. So, yeah. So there, see, now look at that. And there, why did I put on there? Just because it was there on my desk. That's why. It's because it was there. And it just didn't want to be thrown away. And so, look at that. That is pretty. That is beautiful. Okay? Now, there's my Gators there. Although I'm not really as much of a Gator fan as I am a Seminole fan. Not that I really even watch football that much. But yeah. Gators, they're Florida. I'm Florida. So, here we go. Now. Okay, now, I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but I wanted to show you just some of the fun things that you can do with a sewing album. And if you can find one of these books, one of these, I mean to tell you, this is like the perfect start. And look at how bohemian and 70s looking that is. Okay, now I wanted to show you one more thing real quick here. And hopefully, see, I done piled stuff up that, let me put that right back in there. I piled stuff, I'll put this in there. This I can still use. Now, okay, so I'll put this right over here. Now I'm going to show you something here. We all make yo-yos, or most of us do make yo-yos, and some of us have trouble cutting circles. Well, I learned a new way to cut my circles, and I'm telling you, I've got to put my glue lid back on. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you something here. How many pieces do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, I'm only going to put one right here, right now. I'm going to put this one right here, and I got it on my felt pad. My felt ironing pad. Now, here I have taken it's an old business card's what it is. But I punched holes in it every 1/2 inch. Starting here, I wrote pin. Then I put a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2. So, if you want your yo-yo to be a 1/2 inch, you would use the pin and this hole. If you want your yo-yo to be 1 inch, you use your pin and the 1 inch. And so I'm gonna, I think here I'm going to do, okay, I think I can fit a 3-inch piece, which will make a 1 1/2 inch yo-yo. So what we do is we're going to take, I have just a push pin here. Okay, can you see that okay? If I can scoot this over a little bit here. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Okay, I'm going to pin that right in the center. Hopefully that's the center. And I got it pinned right into my wool mat. Now, if you have like a mouse pad or some kind of a foam pad of any kind that you can poke, or even a cork board, you know, piece of cork board that you can put your pin in. Let's see, I gotta put that down just a tad. It's my hole, make sure that's gonna fit. Yeah, okay. So, and then I take a pin, and I'm going to make this a 3-inch circle, which once I make the yo-yo, it's going to be 1 1/2 inch in diameter. So I'm going to poke my pen into this one hole here that says 1 1/2, and gently go around. This is you're supposed to be writing, pen. Just a second, let me get this thing going. Why do you not want to write? You have to write. Well, maybe we're going to have to go to this pen. Why is this one not writing? Okay. Now, let's start over again. Scene 1, take 2. Okay, now I'm in that 1 1/2 inch. And we're still not writing. Wait, oh yeah, we are. And so now I'm just going around. And I am making the perfect circle. You see there? I have a perfect circle on this piece. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these 5 pieces. Thank you, Judy, for these. Because now, you know, I was thinking after I was going through these things last night, after I did the video of opening your box, I got to thinking, wow, I cut so many circles out for my yo-yos, and these pieces will make perfect, and then the scraps from the circles will be perfect in my sandwiches that I make, my teal tulle sandwich fabric things. Okay, just a minute. Oh no, there's my scissors. These are my fancy schmancy scissors, I'm telling you. So I'm going to use them to cut my, because I think they're going to go through those 5 layers just fine. And I'm just going to now cut. Oh yeah. and my fancy schmancy scissors. And I'm just cutting that around that where I just made that circle. And this is perfect. This is a perfectly wonderful circle. There. Now I've got those pieces that are going to go on a piece. They're going to go on another remade piece of fabric. But I've got 5 circles that quickly cut out for my yo-yos. And so let me just quickly sew up a yo-yo real quick, just to kind of give you a little reminder. I'm sure everybody knows how, and I'm not saying you're a dork. I'm not saying you're a dummy. I just want to sew one. So I'll just go around the edge of this fabric. I love this fabric it's got like a gingham with little hearts on all the white pieces. So I'm just going in and out, all through the whole edge. And I got about 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch stitches is what I'm putting in here. Okay, and let me pull that through. I love how when you get it this far, it looks like a little bonnet. I usually do about half of it, and then I pull the thread through, and then I go again in and out until I get the rest of the way around. We call them yo-yos here in the States, and I think almost everywhere else they call them Suffolk puffs. So sometimes I just call them puffs, because that's fun. We can make up our own words. Okay, and so now I have that all the way around, and so I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull that thread, not real tight. I usually kind of leave my finger in there like this. Leave my finger in there, and well, see, my finger's a little fat, so I'm going to pull it a little bit tighter, but I leave a little space there. I don't pull it real tight. And then I'll just make a knot, and I'll just drew a square knot. And somebody else told me this was a different kind of knot, but in Scouts I learned it to be a square knot. There's a den mother one time for the Cub Scouts, and we were learning knots, and this was a square knot. But I've heard other people call it something else. Well, I don't think I did it right, because it shouldn't have moved. Okay, now then I'm going to just snip them thread ends off. I always save my little ends of threads. As you've seen a couple days ago, I did a video where what I do with my little threads. I don't throw them away either. Oh, Lord, I don't throw my orange peelings away either. I put them in a jar, put vinegar on them, and use them for cleaner. And then I will take this. Now I could have pulled that one a little tighter. But, okay, Papa. All right, Papa. Papa's going to take a walk. We wanted to make sure I knew where he was going. Okay, so now I could have pulled that one a little tighter. But once you have it threaded through, then you can then you tie it off. See, I could still pull that thread a little bit tighter, but I'm going to leave it like that, because if I put a button on there, it's going to hide that entire hole anyway. What do I have here? Another threaded needle. Okay. I'm going to do this one better. And so, and one thing I like to do, and when you have this, like this, I used a 1.5, the 1.5 spot here, and it made a 3-inch circle. This circle's 3 inches in diameter, but once you make the yo-yo, it's 1.5. That one's a little bit bigger because I didn't pull that circle real small, but that's the one I used. Now you could make a smaller one. Use the hole for the 1-inch yo-yo, and which makes a 2-inch circle, and you could make it and layer it. So I'm gonna just real quick do this one, because I didn't plan anything really. I never plan anything. let's see here what we're doing. Okay. Papa come in here and my mind just went somewhere else. I worry about him a little bit when he says he's going to go for a walk. Just a little bit, not a lot. I don't worry a lot because he'll be okay. So, but right away when he says he's going to go for a walk, I like to look out the kitchen window and see, you know, if he's just walking to the end of the driveway or if he's going to start going up the road. I want to know which way he's going in case I have to go look for him. So, I don't want him running off with like hoochie mamas. You know what I mean. I gotta keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get abducted by hoochie mamas. Not really. I just worry about him a little bit. Okay, now where'd my thread go? Okay, see? Why'd that do that? Oh, this is the one I want. Okay. Oh, my whole mind just went kaputski. So easy this can happen. All right, now I'm gonna take that needle off of there, and now I'm gonna tie this one. I want to get that a little bit tighter. There we go. Not real tight, because if you go real tight on these, then you get this big lump in the middle, and the lump in the middle is, I don't like a lump in the middle. You might want a lump in the middle, I don't know. So now I'll pull this out on the edges, and now because I pulled that one tighter in the center here, it made a smaller yo-yo. Now see, this one here, I didn't pull that real tight in the center, so you can see that gap. I can take this, put it on top of here, or just like here, and put a button on top, and this one is just a little bit bigger. The bottom one is just a little bit bigger than the top one, and look how pretty that looks. And so I will put a button on there. I don't have a button right here, so I won't do it right this minute, but that's how you can do that. Look at that, see? So that is actually using two of the same size circles, but this one I didn't pull real tight. That was an accident. And this one I did pull tighter, and it made it smaller. And look how it layers. So pretty. I like that. That's nice. So, but remember that to make your circles, just make you a little jig like this. And with your ruler, just measure, you know, where your pin is going to go at the bottom of the, I used just a little card. And every ½ inch, I just poked a hole with my pin. Just with my tack. I just, with my push pin. And every ½ inch. And then I marked them, what size they were. And I will always use this as a guide to cut my circles. And then I just, if you just stack your fabrics up, like these scissors, thank goodness I have these. Thank you, Uncle Sam. And so I have these scissors that I can cut through all 5 layers of that fabric. These is gingers. Only people of royal blood have these kind of scissors. Royal. I am royalty. Like from Buckingham Palace. I'm lying. I call myself royalty anyway. But anyway, so that's that. Now, I love just sitting and making yo-yos. I just think just sewing yo-yos is just so satisfying. But then I use them. I use so many in so many different applications using the yo-yos. And so, yeah, this is important for you to make one of those doohickeys like that. And I don't know if I saw it somewhere or what the heck. I don't know. I really don't even know about that. Oh, my apron is in a mess. We've been baking. Me and Jeffrey been baking. But now, oh, I wanted to put this in my book too. But Jeffrey went home now. So, but I have to admit that I did buy another toy. But it's not, okay, I'll have to admit this. I already had a small air fryer. But then I seen one advertised that was a large air fryer, but it wasn't just round, it was shaped nicely. And that you can put a pan in it. You can bake in it, you can air fry, you can broil. You can do anything in this thing. So me and Jeffrey, we have been using, I got it yesterday. It was delivered yesterday? Yeah, I think so. But last night we made muffins. We made muffins last night in it. This morning we made cinnamon rolls in it. And then this afternoon we made chocolate chip cookies in it. So we've been baking. And don't worry, I've been doing good. I have not been eating everything I see. And so, now this, I won't use my good scissors to cut this. This is an old measuring tape that got broke. But see, you can use that for tabs. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to just put that right on there like that. But anyway, so now, and I got a recipe book that goes with it. And oh, there's so recipes in there. But because I can't bend to get into oven anymore, my body is, rigor mortis. It's already setting in. And, but when you get to arthritis and stuff, it just gets to where, things get harder to do. And somehow, and I love to cook. I love to cook, but sometimes I just don't have the energy or the stamina or something. So this, even though it was an expense for me, it's going to absolutely be so helpful to me and Papa that we're going to eat better. I was using my air fryer, but when I was using, my little round one, but now, actually that one I had got from Jennifer, from my daughter, but now she said she'll take that one back, because when she gave it to me, she had bought it for herself, and she said, I didn't like that, and so, but now she thinks she wants one, and so now I gave her that one back, because I bought myself that new one, that's bigger, that I can cook meals for me and Papa, and they're going to be just great, they're going to be wonderful, they're going to be fantabulous, in fact. And so, look at this. You can just see, this was a cluster that I had made. And it's just laying there. Look at this. What do I have in here? I thought I was done there for a minute, but apparently not. And so anyhow, but there's some recipes in there I want to try. One of them is like a, oh, these are cute. Is that my phone? Why do people call me? Oh no, that's Papa's phone. Look at this. I'm going to put this right here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and staple this on, but you know what I might do? I might stitch, after a while, stitch a yo-yo on both sides. I might. I think that was supposed to go the other way. That's okay. It goes that way. It goes that way. But see how pretty? How beautiful. How beautiful is that? I'm telling you what's the truth. Well, I think wait, what was in here? What was in here? You just never know. You just never know. Oh, you know what? These are edges that I cut off of some of them samples. See, that was the paper part of the sample, and I used that sample for something. Look at that. See what I can do now? I can just staple this onto something. You don't have to even give it any thought. No thought. You don't need any thought for this. No thought whatsoever. Oh, you know what I think I'll do is I'm going to go like this. Look at that. I'm going to go like this with this piece. See, I just folded it in half. I'm going to go like this on this little page right here. Go like this, and then I'm going to take my stapler right here, hiding, and put two staples right here. But now, see, this little envelope that my unicorn came in yesterday. Martha, you forgot the $100 bill. It's not in there. Yeah, Martha, I forgot the $100. Look at that. I can put that right in there. I'm going to put that piece of fabric in there. Wait a minute. Let me put this. Look at that. That makes a perfect little pocket. Perfect little pocket. A little tuck spot where you can tuck stuff in there. I'm telling you. And you just find every little piece of fabric you got laying on your table and just look at that one. That one's already cut like a little flag. So, yeah. It's already cut like a little fat flag. So, we will put this on here. And then one day I might just have a needle and thread. And I might want to just come through here and just put a button. Put buttons. I might just do buttons. This is fun. I'm telling you guys. Use guys. This is fun. See, look at this. This is a piece of a sample. But look at that pocket. Look at that pocket going on right there. Let me see what we can do with this. I love them. I've never seen these before. And Judy sent me that. That's perfect in there. Oh, there's a black page. Ooh. Ooh. No. No, that can't go on there. It could go on here, though. Let's see. Wait a minute. What's on the other side of that? Could this go on here? Yes. This could go on here. Yes. This can go on here. And what I'll do is I'm going to go up here and put a staple and a staple. And then here in a staple and a staple. Now I have a pocket right here that I can stuff something in. And I have a pocket on this side. But this side, I think on this side, will I leave that as a pocket or... Look, I can peel them strings off of there and make it frayed. Oh, I love fraying fabric. That's for like popping bubble wrap. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave that like that for now. I might glue that down, or I might, you know what I might do, is I might just take like some fabrics of some kind. Maybe I'll just take some fabrics of some kind and let that stick out. Let that stick out. Hey, Elizabeth, that looks pretty. Just let that stick out of there, just like that. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Is that you, Papa? Okay. Yeah, he came back in safe and sound. I don't have to go look at him out the window. Okay, but look at there. See how it's getting up here with those little pieces sticking out? I want more fabrics and things to stick out the pages too and go farther out the book. So that's going to be beautiful. That is beautiful. And then like on this one, see, this here is what I call a journal wrap, which you can make if you have a, if you've done a snippet roll. See, because then you just make it and you put it and it goes over the front of your journal, flips to the back, cross it over like you're going to do a gift wrap, and bring it back to the front and tie it in a little bow. And that is your journal wrap. And a journal wrap is very awesome to make for your journals as a closure, because this kind of a closure, a lot of times we'll just put a ribbon around or something, but this way you've actually, that button is very loose, I'll have to fix that. And but by putting a journal wrap, you have got a decoration on your journal. And another nice thing about having a journal wrap is you take it completely off, and then when you're writing in your journal, you've got a flat surface to write on. You're not having to write over buttons and, you know, lumps. So that's what that's all about, girls and boys. Now, let me see if I can find something to... Oh, today I'm going to read this one out of Heart Thoughts by Louise L. Hay. And anybody who has read anything or listened to anything by Louise Hay, I'm sure that you are completely... It's just amazing. Let me see. Let me see. I'm looking at the little headers up here. Oh, this one has to do with your health. So let's see what what we can learn about our health from Louise Hay. Good health is having no fatigue, having a good appetite, going to sleep and awakening easily, having a good memory, having good humor, having precision in thought and action, and being honest, humble, grateful, and loving. How healthy are you? Oh, no fatigue. I do have a good appetite. Good memory? I don't know. I do have a good humor, yeah. Okay. My mind, body, and spirit are a healthy team. The body is always talking to you. What do you do when you get a message from your body, such as a little ache or pain? Usually, you run to the medicine cabinet or the drugstore and take a pill. In effect, you are saying to the body, shut up, I don't want to hear you. Don't talk to me. That is not loving the body. When you get the first ache or pain or slightest thing seems to go wrong, sit down, close your eyes, and very quietly ask yourself, what is it I need to know? Listen a few minutes for the answer. It may be as simple as get some sleep, or it may be stronger. If you want your body to work well for you for the long term, then you need to be a part of the body, mind, and spirit healing team. There you go. That is Louise Hay. She is amazing, and I have learned so much from this lady. When I first heard about her, when I first heard about her, it was from the girl who sent me this book, and she sent it to me all the way from the UK. And did I write her name down here? I know her name as well as I know my own. I hate not to remember somebody's name. What is her name? Oh, I know your name, sweetheart. I know you're over there, and I know you got a unicorn that is in love with my unicorn. I know my unicorn is Stella Rose, and your unicorn. I remember your unicorn's name. It's Ursula. How come I can't? Now I can't say your name, but I can say your unicorn's name's Ursula. But anyway, she first told me about Louise Hay. In fact, she sent me this book. And she's over in the UK. And since learning about her, I have listened to her, a lot of her videos. I have got a couple of her books. I have some cards. God, I can't think of that word either. What is that? They call them cards. I can't remember now. But anyway, I've got, and I've learned a lot from this lady. She is amazing. She's just totally amazing. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Look at this here. It's done gone for almost an hour. Okay, I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. Keep you safe, keep you healthy, keep you from stubbing your toe, because that hurts really bad. And remember this. Remember to make one of those so you can make your little yo-yo circles. And may God watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and bring you back safe and sound to the next video. God bless. God bless you. God bless. God find my... Where in the world is my... I do not see... Oh, there it is. It's way over there by the Gatorade. Okay, it's by the Gatorade. Okay, now we'll go ahead and stop. I love you guys. Bye-bye.